Pat, we made it.
Oh, this is amazing.
This is great. Look
Right
at
in the middle of the vineyard.
Exactly.
Woo! Nice bikes.
Yeah, gotta park the hog.
Looking spiffy.
Another safe landing. How are ya?
Good.
There we go. I'm
are you?
Ralph.
Good.
Mitchell, welcome to Marynissen.
Mitchell, nice to meet you.
Mitch.
I like this. You guys are
Good.
right in the vineyard. Yeah.
It's like a cool European vibe. I love it.
Oh, that's what we're shooting for, is old country Niagara, trying to show off all of these beautiful old vines.
Yeah, we've heard you've got some of the oldest vines
On the
anywhere
planet?
in
No,
Canada.
maybe not.
Well, not in the planet, but yeah.
We have the oldest planting of Cabernet Sauvignon in Canada. 41 years old, still making beautiful wine.
Well, that's fantastic. So who planted these vines?
So they were planted by John Marynissen. Him and his wife, Adriana, moved here from Holland in 1952 and bought the property. At the time, it was a pig barn with a small vineyard on the property, but they were Concord grapes, not the best for wine. Back then, people were trying to make wine out of the native North American Vitis labrusca varieties, and the wine was horrible. Vitis labrusca.
Vitis labrusca.
Hello?
Vitis labrusca, of course, yes. You can't make wine from Vitis labrusca.
Great jam, terrible wine.
See, this is what I'm saying. All right, carry on.
People hated Ontario wine, but in the 70s, there was a big push to increase the quality of Ontario wines. And a lot of people started switching over from juice grapes to wine grapes. Pretty much everyone went to the hybrids, like Bac Noir, Vidal, Sèvres Blanc, the stuff they knew could work, so they could just plant the vines, let them grow, they knew they were gonna work. John Marynissen was kind of a nut, so he actually went to France and brought back cuttings of vinifera varieties. So in 76, he planted Chardonnay, Merlot, Gewürztraminer, Riesling, and Gamay Noir. And in 78, he added the Cab Sauv, and that is now the oldest planting of Cab Sauv in Canada.
Really?
Wow, is that what we're checking out today? Cab Sauv?
That's what we're checking out.
All right, so where do we start?
Well, let's start in the vineyard. We've got talking about those beautiful Cab Sauv vines. Why don't we take a walk out there, get ourselves a little dirty, and have fun with it.
Vineyard,
Okay.
sounds good. Yeah,
Let's get right into it.
let's get dirty. I want to get dirt on the food.
So this is our vineyard right here. It's actually located in the 4 Mile Creek sub-appellation, which is great because we actually get one of the most growing degree days in Niagara-on-the-Lake, which means we have more time to ripen our late ripening varieties, just like our Cab Sauv. Yeah, this year especially, we've had a lot of rain at the start, so everything was a little stunted, but now we've got this hot summer heat coming through, and
Oh, it
everything.
looks great. This is them?
This is the old vine Cabernet Sauvignon.
The grandparents of the vineyard.
You know you don't have to wear that helmet here.
Oh, there's no more hazards or anything?
No more hazards, just don't trip over the wires.
Okay, so those are 40 years old.
Exactly. We've got the oldest Cab Sauv vines in Canada that are commercially producing still to this day, and that's what we're going to eventually try. But you can see that we've got grapes on them. They're a little green right now. We're still
It's
a little
early, yeah.
Yeah, so around August, you'll see them go through veraison, which is when they turn from that green color to the red color.
Veraison.
Veraison.
Because they're getting closer to
Raisin.
being raisins?
Yeah, Veraison.
Kind of, yes, just getting that color.
Okay.
But that's really when your ripening is going to start, and that's going to be where we're going to see all of your flavor development. The sugar's going to start accumulate, and those are going to be nice plump grapes by the end
Sounds
of it.
like a pretty important process if that's where all the flavor gets put in.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
they-
so these Cab Sauvs are what we call late ripeners, so they won't be picked until almost October, sometimes
Oh.
even early November is when we're going
Really?
to be taking those off the vines.
Cabernet, Cab Franc, Sauvignon Blanc. Like what? Talk to me about these names.
Yes, Cab Sauv is actually a cross between Cabernet Franc and Sauvignon Blanc, which sounds weird as you take a
Sounds
red
like a-
grape and a white grape and
a
you
grape
get this
wrap.
big, heavy
You would
Cab
think
Sauv.
that's how you make a rosé.
Ah, you'd think, but it actually turns out
We got
that that's how
Cabernet
it's done.
Franc and Sauvignon Blanc. We got grapes on the vine and having a good time, and we're making the wine. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, Pat.
okay.
So yeah, if you look at these trellis system, it's not really there. It's kind of just a bunch of wires that is holding the grapes together. And that's really just because they've been here for so long. They don't need much pruning or taming, if you will, because they've been here for 40 years. They just grow the way they have been for 40 years.
So how long can you keep these?
Well, vines, I mean, will keep producing as long as you're taking good care of them. I mean, there's vines in the world that are almost 100 years old.
Really?
The thing is, the older they get, the less fruit you'll get off the vines. Again, going back to that way, we're pruning, we're managing the vineyard all through the season. So we're actually cutting grape clusters off, dropping them on the ground. The reason for that is we want to maintain the health of the vine, but it also helps concentrate all the flavor and ripeness in what's left on the vine.
So quality over quantity.
Exactly what we're talking about.
Less is more.
Less is definitely more here.
All right.
We were talking about the tanks, we're talking about the wine. Why don't we taste the fresh Cab Sauv?
Which way? Here?
This way.
All right. To the Cubby Cave.
Weather has a major influence on how grapevines grow. Light, temperature, and water are key factors that allow grapevines to develop and grow. These influence processes like photosynthesis and transpiration that provide energy and nutrients to the plant and are also important for producing high-quality fruit. Very cold weather in the winter can damage sensitive grapevine buds and reduce yields. Warm, sunny conditions during bloom help improve fruit set, giving higher yields, whereas cool, cloudy, and rainy days during flowering will reduce yields. Grapevines are tolerant to a wide range of conditions, but hot and dry summers can reduce growth in grapevines and make smaller yields. Rainy growing seasons can result in a lot of growth in grapevines and also produce bigger and plumper berries and clusters. The most important time for good weather is in the fall, when the grapes are maturing. Warm, sunny days allow the grapes to develop sugars, drop acidity, and develop flavors that make each variety taste the way they do. Just like us, grapevines are happy when it's not too hot, not too cold, or rainy.
I'm not gonna lie, food is great, chocolate.
If we tell our moms that we had dessert before food, we're gonna get in trouble. So let's keep it on the DL.
So in front of you guys, we have 3 different chocolates and 3 different wines that we pair with those chocolates. All 3 of the wines are Cab Sauv based. Going from left to right, we have our 2017 Bottoms Up Red. It is a blend of 60% Cab Sauv and 40% Merlot. Very light, bright, fruity, easy drinking, everyday kind of wine. And the chocolate we have with it is a raspberry coated dark chocolate ball. So take a sip of the wine, take a bite of the chocolate, and then go back and forth between the 2 of them.
He says it so casually. Just take a sip of the wine. Take a bite of the chocolate. Okay.
Just knock yourself out.
Oh, wow. That's fruity.
So the idea with this one, we're just trying to draw that fruitiness out, all that raspberry, a little bit of strawberry in the wine too.
It's like you pressed those to make this.
Exactly.
That's how well it pairs.
Wow.
The great thing about dark chocolate is, especially, is that it's not overly sweet. And that's what we're looking for, is for the 2 to come together nicely and not for the chocolate to overpower the wine or the wine to overpower the chocolate. We're just looking for them to come together.
So what's next?
So our next wine is our Gold Series Cabernet Sauvignon, barrel for about 12 months. Really earthy, a lot of black cherry, a little bit of baking spice too, almost like nutmeg.
Oh, yeah.
Say bacon spice?
Baking spice. So the chocolate we're pairing it with is a dark chocolate and allspice bark with a little bit of black currants on top.
This is gonna be tough.
There's a reason this one's gold.
That's always good, but let's add some spice to it too.
So for this one, we're drawing all the spice notes out. Not overly spicy, not like you're just bit into a jalapeno. That allspice comes together really nicely with the wine, pulls all those like cinnamon, nutmeg, clove flavors out of the wine.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a lot more complex.
Yeah.
That's a simple treat, delicious, and this is like decadent.
It's got a little bit more going on. So the last one is our Platinum Series Cab Sauv. So old vines, barrel for about 18 months. Very deep, rich, earthy, lot of espresso, dark chocolate notes in the wine. And the chocolate is a blueberry wrapped in dark chocolate and espresso powder.
So we're gonna be up all night.
Yes, this one's
is
for
great.
the coffee addict.
This is, yeah, blueberry bomb.
Well, this will wake you up, and this will put you to sleep.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start with the platinum.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Again, a reason why it's the platinum.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not a lot of tannin, but a lot of body. Very
Yeah.
deep, rich, a lot of body, a lot of flavor.
Oh, wow. This is a pick-me-up.
Yeah.
I feel like I just ate a barista.
The coffee is so rich and bold, and the wine is rich and bold, but nice soft edges. And then the blueberry kicks in and pulls all the fruit out. And
Fruity
then
notes,
oh,
yeah.
Cheers to chocolate and wine.
Cheers to chocolate and wine and having fun.
And
Yeah.
bottoms up.
Hey guys, we're ready.
That was a good
Awesome.
day.
Glad you guys enjoyed everything. Glad you guys enjoyed the chocolate.
It was amazing. That's a first for us. I think, ever we got chocolate with wine.
We enjoyed every sip, every bite, every combination in our mouths.
And I'm gonna take some bottoms up.
Got some spicy platinum.
Awesome.
Old vines.
Yeah. So if we want to buy more of this, we can always come back.
You can, or you can buy online at Marynissen.com.
Can't get easier than that.
It can't. Comes straight to your door. Beautiful.
All right, well, that was fantastic. Thank you very much.
Not a problem. Thank
You
you for
guys had a
coming.
long day. Why don't you go sit out on the patio? We'll bring you some glasses of wine.
Oh, perfect. All right, you don't have to ask me twice. Thank you very much. We'll be on the patio.
See you guys. See you in a bit.
Take care, guys.
And I don't know if it was the espresso dust on that blueberry, but I feel great.
Wait a second. You're not saying what I think you're saying, are you?
I'm just saying it's a beautiful day. It's
'Cause
mid-afternoon.
I can learn more if that's what you're saying.
Let's hit another winery.
Let's keep this train going.
Well, we'll finish these,
Of course, we can't leave the platinum, but
and then we'll hit another winery.
let's do it.
All right.
Salute.
Hey everyone, thanks for watching CorkScrewed on YouTube. If you like what you're seeing, if you learned something, the easiest way to stay connected to us is to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification button. That way when we post a new episode or a clip, you'll be the first to know.
Typically, I mean, fruit trees will support themselves. A grapevine will not. So we have in Niagara what we call trellis systems. There's lots of different kinds, but basically a trellis system supports the vine, keeps it up off the ground so we can work with it. We can prune it, we can harvest it, we can actually work on it. Otherwise it would just grow along the ground. So when you hear people talk about trellis systems, there's lots of different kinds of trellis systems, and that's because there's so many different varieties of grapes, and different grapes grow differently. Some tend to grow shoots vertically upward, and others might be more umbrella style. They might be more of a hanging vine and grow to the ground. So trellis systems can be very simple, they can be very complex, and there's many different types.
Okay, we came all the way down
guys,
there.
you lost? Can I help you?
Yes, you can.
Depends who you are.
Well, my name is Marcel. I work here at Pondview Estate Winery, and
This
what
is
are
a
you guys
winery?
doing?
We are looking for a winery.
Oh, well, fantastic.
So
Marcel.
Patrick.
Ralph.
Well, pleasure to meet you.
And that's your pond?
That's the pond at Pondview Estate, absolutely.
Makes sense now.
It's almost like no matter what direction you go, you're gonna hit a winery, I tell you.
Yeah.
Well, you're in the heart of Niagara wine country here, and in the warmest spot, actually. So this is the 4 Mile Creek sub-appellation,
Okay.
and this is country of Cabernet Franc and Cabernet Sauvignon. If you like big reds, you're not lost.
We were just having a Cab Sauv.
Oh, okay.
So now we get to switch to, this is Cab country. Sounds like it's
so
Cab
we do
country.
Cab Sauv as well, but you gotta try Cabernet Franc.
Okay.
In my mind, and lots of people agree with us, it's the king of red grapes in
What's the
Niagara.
difference between the two?
The best way to find that out is tasting the wine.
Okay.
But before we do that, I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about why we grow great quality grapes here. And it gets a little geeky, but there's a glass of wine at the end of that, so that should make up for it, no?
Yeah, I will
okay.
totally
We're not
do the
scared
geeky
by
stuff.
being a geek.
No?
No,
Good.
we love it. We love geeking out.
Let's geek out, and then we'll drink out. Taste out.
Taste out. Let's go and have a look.
Oh, this is awesome. We get to work in the vineyard.
I'll show you a little bit of what's going on in the vineyards.
In the vineyard.
You can see the grapes, the crews are going through right now actually by hand, stripping out the leaves all around the grapes to expose them full to the sun to get them nice and ripe.
This soil feels almost spongy.
Yeah, it's a clay loam, so a mixture of sand and clay. Lots of nutrients in there, but the drainage is very good. So, you know, after a big rain that we had, water doesn't sit on top. It goes right away, and it encourages the vines to go deep with their roots to get to the water and get to the nutrients.
So it has nothing to do with our weight?
Maybe a little bit.
That's for someone else to judge. So for someone else to judge. So let's not go there. We don't know each other that well yet.
Yeah, not yet. We just met.
But I'll show you here. If you come down here, have a look. We have a little bit of cool stuff going on. So we have that soil. We have actually a mud that turned into rock, a shale. So this was actually an old ocean bed. It used to be a subtropical climate many millions years ago. And you can see granite. And that wasn't part of the ocean bed. That came in the...
That's from your kitchen.
That's right, no, the countertop, that's right. But the glaciers during the Ice Age brought this down from the Canadian Shield, which of course is solid granite.
Oh.
So it's a really unique
So that
spot.
came from all the way up at Cottage Country down to Cab
Down
Country.
here, and as a thank you, we send wine back up to Cottage Country.
Well, I think that's the
right.
least you
That's
could
a,
do.
that's a
That's the
fair
least you
deal,
could
no?
do.
That's a good trade.
Enough about the soil. The grapes are the real heroes here, and actually the people taking care of the grapes are the absolute heroes, because without them we don't have the great quality grapes. So Lou Puglisi, the owner of Pondview, actually grew up on this property.
Oh, really?
When his family started growing grapes here commercially in the early 70s.
So it was just after it was an ocean.
Almost, that's right, that's right. The water receded.
And Lou started planting.
And Lou started with his parents growing grapes here. So they always supplied the surrounding wineries, which was at that time like a handful, literally. But over the years, expanded the vineyard operation. And when he took it over, expanded even more. And in 2008, he won the award of Grape King from the Ministry of Agriculture and the Grape Growers of Ontario for excellence in the vineyard. So it's not by mistake.
Yeah, this is a very
they look like
well-groomed
this.
vineyard, yes.
You need to have excellent fruit, excellent grapes to make really good wines.
Well,
But I'm sweating.
and I suggest we taste the fruits
I'm not.
of Lou's labor.
No? Okay, so you'll stand out here
stand out
and we're gonna go inside and
No,
taste
come
them.
on.
No, you're gonna come with us?
Yeah, I'll jump in the pond later.
So let's get into the cool store and we'll taste some wine.
Let's do it.
This looks great.
It's nice coming inside after being in the hot vineyard.
So what are we doing here? What do we got?
So we talked about Cab Franc. It's in the glass on your right, but before we
Yes.
try that, I want to pour you a blend that is very popular in the Niagara region, and that's a Cabernet-Merlot blend.
Okay.
If you're in France, in a specific region, we would refer to it as Bordeaux, but we're not in Bordeaux. In New World, we name the varietals right on the label. So it's a blend of Cabernet Franc, Cabernet Sauvignon, and Merlot. So Cabernet Franc gives it that nice, robust backbone. Cabernet Sauvignon.
You're not going to try any?
Oh, man. Most important person.
You're working so hard and you forgot about yourself.
You do that.
So this is a little bit of a lighter wine. So give this a try, and then I'll tell you, well, you tell me what you're tasting.
So we got three flavors mixing together in this
It's
one.
fruity.
That's right.
Okay.
So this is more medium to full-bodied. Cabernet Franc, like I said, gives it that nice backbone, the structure of the wine, with some red berry fruit, a little bit of an earthy tone to it as well.
Yeah.
And
it is nice, and it's a nice round finish with a little bit of like tannin.
Yeah, it's a big wine, but we can go bigger than that.
And that's
Oh,
the Mac Daddy of it all.
That's right.
Dear.
So the Cabernet Franc, you can see right in the glass, quite a bit darker.
Oh, yeah.
These grapes come from our Bella Terra vineyards
Okay.
that are right on the 55-acre property here on site. We do manage just around 100 acres. It's 100% Cabernet Franc, 32-year-old vines, all hand harvested, pre-sorted. When we ferment the grapes on the skins, that's where you extract all that color, all the flavor. And we age them in French oak barrels for just under 2 years. And when we bottle them, it's very gentle. There is no filtering. We bottle them unfiltered. So it sounds big.
Just nose them back to back. Now you tasted
sorry.
it.
I
You
just
couldn't help
drank-
yourself.
Yeah.
It's very rich.
Oh, yeah. Big and juicy and bold.
Too
It's just like
boldly.
Pat.
How bold are you?
I'm staying here for the next month, so
Yeah?
I think that's a pretty bold move.
That is a bold move.
Yeah, no, take a sip of the blend. Do a little back to back. The blend is a little bit more acidic. It's a little lighter. And then you get,
Yeah. Two totally different. This is like a lighter lunch, and this is a heavy dinner.
Yeah, we do beautiful cheese and charcuterie. Can I order charcuterie board for you guys, and you hang outside
Yes.
a little bit and enjoy the
Cheers
view.
to that. Cheers to that.
All right.
It's a plan. We never turn that down.
Cheers.
Thank you.
See ya. You always make the perfect sandwich.
Hey, you gotta take
And
your
I
time.
dive right in. Hold on.
Oh,
I told you, what a day.
eating, drinking.
I feel better than I did.
Is that enough for you guys?
Oh, for now.
It's good for
A
now.
little bit of lunch after all that hard work?
We will, yeah, that was hard work.
For you,
It's hard
though.
work, yeah.
Well, you need a good lunch wine with this, and that's our Cabernet Franc Rosé. So you had the big brother inside. This is actually a block of Cab Franc we set aside just for making this rosé.
It's sweating.
It's nice,
Oh, don't
chilled, and just a few hours of skin contact to get that
Thank
nice
you.
color and all the flavor. And you tell me, when you smell it and taste it, I get a lot
It's like
of
fruit
like
salad.
strawberry rhubarb pie.
Oh, wow.
That's my favorite pie.
Without being sweet though.
Without being sweet. Oh,
That's delicious.
It's a great, great summer wine, patio wine, and great with a nice charcuterie board.
Oh, this is brilliant. Thank you very much.
give our regards to the Grape King.
I will do that. And
Grandmaster Lou.
as you experience more of Niagara wine country, remember one thing.
What's that?
What happens in Niagara wine country is a story worth telling.
All right.
Cheers to
Cheers.
that. Cheers to that, and cheers to Lou.
Thank you, guys.
Oh,
Oh,
What a day.
What an amazing way to end the day.
Ah, right on time. There's our third cab of the day.
Hi, it's Pat from CorkScrewedTV. I just want to say a quick thank you so much for watching, and subscribe right here to our YouTube channel for the latest clips, media, and episodes. Keep the journey going, and head on to the next episode.